Are we doing the little countdown thing?
Do you want me?
Yeah. Just leave it on the first slide.
Should I go ahead now? Hi.
Hi, Kathy. Okay, everybody. Hi. My name is Johnna, and I'm with Ohio State University through the Ross County Extension Office. Welcome to our kids' virtual cooking class. Today we are making breakfast banana splits, and we'll get to those here in just a little bit. They are delicious. You're going to be really, really happy with how they turn out for your breakfast. So I want to start off a little bit today. We're going to go through this series, and we're going to do over the next actually, it's going to be every other week. We're going to go through breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then dessert. So today is, like I said, it's going to be breakfast. And we're going to start off by talking about our My Plate. So I'm sure everybody has seen this. I've taken it to some of the kids in the county schools, and then some of my coworkers have this, and they take it to the city schools too. So just about everybody in Ross County at one time has seen the My Plate. So what it does is it talks about the 5 food groups. And as you can see, we've got, I can't get my finger right. It's about fruits, vegetables, protein, which is meat, and grains, which is breads and cereals. And then over here in the blue is a dairy, okay? So that is our 5 food groups, and that is what we're going to talk about over the next few weeks as far as getting plenty of these food groups into our diet, okay? So Kathy, if you want to go ahead and put up my little breakfast menu slide. So today, like I said, we're going to start off by talking about breakfast. And some of you may have had some adults in your life tell you that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And why they say that is because when we get up in the morning, we haven't had anything to eat for anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, depending on what time you go to bed the night before. And when you think about the word breakfast, if you put it into 2 words, it means break fast. When you fast, that means you don't eat anything for a long period of time. That's what that fast means. So we are breaking that fast, okay? So when we get up in the morning, before we start our day, it's always a good idea to get a nice, nutritious breakfast in our bellies. That way we're going to have the energy to think the way that we should and to move and to perform all the activities we need to do throughout the day, when we go to school or whatever we're doing for the day. So, as I was talking about earlier, we start out with fruits. So fruits are pretty, common. Breakfast is a really good meal to get all 5 food groups in. It's really easy to do. Fruits, you can get those in just about anything. You can put them in with, like we're going to do here in a minute with yogurt. You can put them on top of like a bagel or pancakes. You can put them in your cereal. Vegetables. Now, vegetables you don't really think about too much for breakfast, but you'd be surprised if you ever had an omelet. Chances are, if you look there on our little picture, we got tomatoes and peppers. So you probably have to have tomatoes or peppers or onions in your omelet. And then you also can have them, fresh on the side. And you can always use them to dip into things like plain yogurt or plain cottage cheese is a good breakfast. And then grains. Like I said, the grains are your cereal, where it's going to be your toast, is your bread. It's real easy to get your whole grains and your grains in the breakfast morning, because that's everything from your cereal to your breads to your, what am I trying to say here? Your oatmeal, things like that. And then protein. Protein is something that primarily comes from animals. So that's going to be bacon and eggs. And then if you like beans, you can put beans in your omelet. So you can get beans in there. That's about the best plant-based, which means comes from a plant protein. And then dairy. Dairy's easy. We know that's like milk and cheese and yogurt. So that's really easy to get that in your breakfast every morning. Okay? So that's just kind of keep in mind, you get your 5 food groups, and it's really easy to pop them in there. So we're going to start off the recipe, and I've got a copy of the recipe here. and it is a breakfast banana split. And our ingredients are 1 banana. Oh, that was my bowl, sorry. It calls for some granola or some cereal, and I've got some Cheerios here that we're going to put on it. And then some yogurt. And I've got just a cup of strawberry Greek yogurt here. It's got the fruit on the bottom, so it's going to put some extra fruit into our banana split. And then I've got some pineapple. And then I also have some blueberries. Okay, so let me move my camera here so y'all can see what I'm doing. This is really super simple. And if you have any leftover fruit, this is a real good way to use it up in the morning for your breakfast. Okay, so we're going to start off. Now, you guys didn't see me, but before I came over here and sat down at the table, I washed my hands real good for 20 seconds with with warm water and soap, okay? So my hands are nice and clean. So we're going to start off by peeling our banana. I got a trash can over here, so I'm not throwing them on the floor. I'm actually putting them in a trash can. Okay? And then we're going to take our banana and we're just going to set it in the middle of our bowl there. And then we are going to take our yogurt. Now, if you want to, you can always take your banana and cut it in half or cut it up into pieces, but I like to leave it whole because it makes it look like a real banana split, okay? Now, the yogurt you can see is white on top, but as you stir it around, you can see the strawberry in there, okay? So I'm going to kind of mix it together. And if you have just regular vanilla yogurt or just a straight strawberry yogurt or blueberry, whatever your favorite yogurt is, you can use it on here. It's kind of nice to use the Greek yogurt because it's a little thicker and it stays on better. It kind of looks like ice cream, right? So that's the reason it's called a banana split. Okay, let me get some more of those yummy strawberries out of the bottom there. Okay, so you just put it on top of your banana like that, okay? And it takes about a half a cup. And then we're going to take some of these blueberries. And these are frozen blueberries, and I just took them out of the freezer and put them in my refrigerator and let them thaw out a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to sprinkle some of those on there. And then I'm going to take some pineapple out of my bowl here. And this is canned pineapple tidbits, so they're a little smaller. You get the big pieces of pineapple. Sometimes it's kind of hard to keep them on top of your banana split. See, they're kind of rolling off too, okay? So there's that. And then I'm going to take the Cheerios, and this is going to be the crunchy part. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on here like this, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be Cheerios. Excuse me. It can be anything. If you have another type of cereal that you like really well, you can do that. Now, the recipe is also going to tell you that you can spread some honey on top of this. But by using the flavored yogurt, you're already getting a lot of sugar in here. And you're getting the natural sugars from the banana, from the pineapple, and the blueberries. So, if you keep your cereal a little lower in sugar, you're not going to notice that quite as much. You're not going to have too much sugar. Because what happens if we have too much sugar? I get really super hyper, and I talk a lot, and I jump around a lot. So it's not really a good idea before you go to school in the morning to have a lot of sugar, because then you're going to get to school and you're going to have all this energy, and you're going to have to sit still. So that's no fun at all, right? So if you see there, guys, what do you think? Doesn't that look pretty good? Like I said, you could use your favorite cereal on there. And if you wanted to use like a prettier, like a colored cereal, if you want to make it even prettier, you can do that. Okay. So just in review, we have got in this banana split, we've got 4 different kinds of fruits. We've got banana, we've got pineapple, we've got blueberry, we've got strawberry. So that's covering our fruits. Okay. Every meal, as I've told you in the past when you guys have been in my classes, should be at least half of your plate or half of your meal should be fruits and vegetables. So by having 5 servings of fruit in there, you're getting way more than half of it, okay? And then our yogurt is made with milk. So that's our dairy, right? And then our cereal, which is a whole wheat cereal, is our grains. So that's a good way to get your grains in there. So the only thing, and actually too, there is a little bit of protein in the yogurt. So you're getting your protein there as well. So we got our fruits, we got our grains, we got our protein, we got our dairy. We got 4 of our 5 food groups in there. And how super quick was that? Is this something I think we could all do in the morning before we go to school? All you got to do is just make sure you got your fruit ready in the morning. Maybe set it in the refrigerator. You're using frozen fruit like I did with my blueberries. Just set it out in the refrigerator the night before, and it's going to be nice and thawed for your breakfast in the morning, okay? So there you go, guys. What do you think about that? We got a nice, healthy breakfast. Okay, Kathy. How did I do? Are you hungry yet?
Yeah, I would like to have a bite of that.
Well, believe me, when we're done here, I'm going to finish this off. It is looking,
Yes.
and it smells really good too. It's got all that fruit in there. It's really great.
Yes, it looks good.
Okay, so next week I will be doing the adult class again, and it'll be the same time, be at 4:30 here on the library site, and we're going to be doing a bell pepper nacho, which is a really good take on nachos, and it's low in fat and it's very healthy, and it's going to be them. There you go. You got all them 5 fruits and vegetables in there, so
Okay.
you really get them in there. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Well, if anybody has any questions, please put them in the chat box, or all the information on the side over here that they put in. You have a link to the Choose My Plate, which is going to be a site that's going to give you a lot of good recipes and information. There's a really good kids section on the Choose My Plate, where they have games and little puzzles that you can print out, anything like that to keep yourself busy. And then there's also a link to the Chop Chop magazine. And some of you probably have gotten those in school before, but there's a really cool magazine, and it's just like a little newsletter thing. And it talks a lot about smoothies in that. That way you can use the fruit to make a good smoothie in the morning too, if you prefer, instead of your banana split. And then also there is a link to Celebrate Your Plate, which is, if you all notice my little cutting board I was using there. Celebrate Your Plate is a program that works with Ohio State University through the SNAP Ed program. A lot of good recipes on there, and there's some things on there for kids as well. So guys, check them out.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all spending time with me, and I'll see you kids again in 2 weeks. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Kathy. You have a good evening.
Oh, you too. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.